Me again, Mr. Zamora, and I am here to explain 9.BB.10, which is solve a quadratic equation by completing a square. So, our quadratic equations usually look like this, right? Like for example, x or any variable squared plus, or it could be minus, a constant which is an integer, could be 5, 6, 7, or -3, -2, or it could be even a fraction, 1/3, 2/5, or it can be negative. Okay, I am going to call this constant just b. Okay, and that b is going to be multiplying our same variable, but this variable is not going to be squared, plus or minus another constant. Okay, equals 0. Okay, sometimes this constant is going to be in the other side of the equation. All right, so the equation could look like this: x squared plus bx, or b times x, equals z. Okay, sometimes our formula or our equation, a quadratic equation, is going to be like this. Okay, actually we're going to need to convert. If our quadratic equation is not like this, we need to convert it like this, and we'll see how we are going to do it. All right, so for our example, which is p squared, okay, p squared equals, sorry, you know what, let me just print the screen, paste it, and I am just going to select this and crop it, and oh yeah, all right. So for this case, for this equation, this number, this constant, I am going to send it to the other side of the equation. So the equation is going to be like this: p squared minus 22p equals, it was subtracting, now it is going to be adding, or is going to be with a positive symbol, but it is not necessary to write it. Okay, now I am going to add a number in both sides of the equation: p squared minus 22p plus something. I am going to add a constant, equals 49 plus something. Okay, the number that is missing here is the same number that is missing here. Okay, so how do we find out what number we are going to write? Okay, we're going to find out by using this formula, which is b divided by 2, all of it raised to the power of 2. This b is going to be this number that is right here, the number that is with our variable not squared. Okay, so having said that, we're going to say that b is negative. Be careful with the symbols, please, because sometimes that's what we do wrong. So we have a negative 22 divided by 2, and all of it raised to the power of 2. Negative 22 divided by 2 equals negative 11 raised to the power of 2. Negative 11 raised to the power of 2 is going to be positive 121. Okay, because negative times negative equals positive. So this is the number that I was looking for. Okay, this is the number that was missing right here. Okay, 121. So for now, I cannot do anything on the left part, but on the right part, I can do the operation. So I can write p squared minus 22p plus 121 equals, this is what, 170? All right. Now we need to factor this part of the equation, the left part of the equation. How are we going to factor that? We're going to use this formula, okay? We're going to use the formula that says that x plus b divided by 2, and all of it is going to be squared. So remember, this is the formula, and we're going to substitute our equation in this formula. So the x is our variable, okay? So we're going to write our variable right here, but not with those, not with the square, or in other words, without the square, without the exponent, okay? Plus b, remember this is b, always in this operation, in this problem, b is negative 22 divided by 2, and all of it is going to be squared, okay, equals 170. Okay, so let's solve this. P, this is going to be minus 22 divided by 2 equals 11, and all of it is going to be raised to the power of 2 equals 170. Okay, we need to get rid of this exponent, so we are going to get the square root. All right, so the square root of that is going to be p minus 11, and the square root of this, we need a calculator, right? Because we are not genius. It's okay, 170 square root. All right, so this is our square root. But if we check the instructions, it says that we need to write our answers as integers, proper and improper fractions, so just fractions, no mixed numbers, in the simplest form, or decimals. We're going to write our answer in decimals, but we're going to round our answer to the nearest hundredth. What is the nearest hundredth? The nearest hundredth is the second number after the decimal point. So we're going to write only this part, but we need to round it. Round means to decide if this 3 is going to be a 3 or a 4. And to decide that, we need to look at the third number after the decimal point. And if it is 5 or higher, which it is, so it is going to be a 4. If it were lower than 5, it will be a 3. Okay, so the answer is 13.04, okay, because it is going to be rounded. So 13.04. But remember that I told you that all square roots have two possible answers, which is one is positive and the other is negative. So there are two possible answers here, which is positive 13.04 and negative 13.04, because if we multiply negative 13.04 times negative 13.04, it's going to be 170 positive. Okay, now we are going to take two paths, okay, the left path and the right path. And to take the left part, I am going to use the positive symbol. but I need to clear P by sending this 11 to the other side of the operation. Okay, so P, I am going to call it now P1 equals positive 13.04. It was subtracting, now it is going to be adding plus 11. So P1 equals 13 plus 11 equals 24.04. Okay, that's our first answer. Our second answer is going to be P2 is going to be negative 13.04. It is subtracting, now it is going to be adding plus 11, so P2 equals negative 13 plus 11 equals negative 2.04. Okay, so here are our two possible answers. Okay, the first one, whoopsie, the first one and the second one. Okay, 24.04. Let's check our answers. 24.04 and negative 2.04. We submit our answer, and terrific. I know that I am terrific. Okay, now we have this other one. All right, let me print the screen, get a new one. Okay, and I am just going to need this part of the page, crop it. And all right, so here in this case, the third constant, or the third term in here is now on the right side, so we don't need to send anything at this moment. Okay, so but now we need to say something like this: r squared minus 10r plus something equals 39 plus something. Okay, to find out about what that something is, we need the formula b divided by 2, and it is going to be squared. Remember, b is this number and it is a negative number, so negative 10 divided by 2, and all of it is going to be squared. Negative 10 divided by 2 equals negative 5 squared equals 25. Okay, so the missing number is 25. 25 here and 25 here. All right, so we can do this part of the operation. R squared minus 10r plus 25 equals 39 plus 25. I'm kind of lazy right now. 39 plus 25. Okay, 64. All right, 64. Okay, now we need to factor by using the formula x plus b divided by 2, and all of it is going to be squared. Okay, this is a parenthesis, a closing parenthesis. Okay, so the x is going to be r. Okay, let me write the parenthesis, plus negative 10 divided by 2, and it is going to be squared equals 64. All right. So R is the answer is going to be negative because positive and negative equals negative 5 raised to the power of 2. Okay? Equals 64. Okay? We do this, which is we take the square root, we get the square root of this, and it is going to be R minus 5 equals 8. So I don't need a calculator to know that 8 times 8 equals 64. So R, okay, but remember it's positive and also negative. So R1, okay, R1 equals positive 8. This 5 is subtracting, now it is going to be adding. So R1 equals 13. Okay, now we take the other part. Remember, we are sending this to this side. All right, so R2 like Skywalker's robot. Okay, R2 is going to be negative 8 plus 5. So R2 equals negative 3. Okay, so here are our two answers. Okay, let me know if you have any question, and we are going to check 13 and negative 3. 13 and negative 3. That's right. Okay, so just keep going, keep doing it. Let me know if you make mistakes. Just check what your mistake was. If you still don't understand what your mistake was, you can let me know via private message, and well, see you next video. Bye bye.